All right, y'all, we back. Shrewd news and reviews. Giving it to you once again.
Back again, it's Ja, man, and we gotta have the conversation today, Bob. Has anybody
Yo.
successfully rebounded from snitching? Snitching in quotations. We got some debatables, but has it ever really happened? Are we seeing it now? And I think a good backdrop for these stories is going to be the ever going beef between Terrance Gangster Williams and Boosie. The recent conviction of Taxtone, we know that Troy Ave is labeled a snitch in that case, and also the latest developments with your boy Tekashi 6ixn9ne. You know,
Yeah, he's debatable for real. He's definitely debatable.
I don't think the snitch thing, but rather he's successfully bouncing back. But
Right. Yeah.
before we
Yeah.
get into that, we got to call the people to action, man. Help us get to 700 subscribers, man. Hit like soon as you come in, and pay us if you see anything that's interesting or informative. Hit the like button, man. Just value for value. We giving you something, we asking for that back.
Straight
But
up.
you
Straight
want
up.
to get into it right now, man. The latest thing that we have here is Boosie Badass labeled Birdman's brother world's biggest snitch for aiding 40 murder cases. Damn.
Now, when we talked about this earlier, I didn't know if you felt like he did or got 40 bodies, but this is where he's he helped them close the cases on 40 people that died. So that couldn't have been all dead people. You get what I'm saying?
True. I don't know, man. I don't know how many people was dying at each incident. I don't know. That's
You get what I'm saying? But it's not, I don't
grisly
feel
nuts.
like it's 40 people that died that he said, hey, I'm gonna help y'all solve these murders, and all of these 40 people died. No.
Well,
It was probably
let's see what they're
go ahead.
saying here. The documents in question state that William helped police in his hometown of New Orleans solve 40 homicides in an attempt to reduce his life sentence. This is Hip Hop DX, by the way. I don't want to forget that.
Okay.
And this was an attempt to reduce his life sentence, which he has served, although their authenticity has yet to be verified. Okay, so we don't know if these are real documents. On March 6, 2017, the New Orleans Cold Case Homicide Division sent a letter to the USAD of the Eastern District of Louisiana in which it outlined Williams' cooperation in 40 cold case homicides, the paperwork reads. After catching wind of the documents, Boosie, and an ardent critic of snitching, took to the social media on Thursday, March 23, to put Terence Williams on blast. Master Splinter, rat emoji. So he told on 40 dead people, he wrote on Instagram. Hell no, he told on the whole New Orleans what the fuck he looked like. He said he looked like Master Splinter in the pig. Sammy the Bull has been outdone by a nigga from Louisiana. This ain't black history, this rat history. What the fuck? Everybody should roll when you see this man. World's biggest snitch. And if you look closer at the documents, Bob, this is what I was saying, right?
Right.
It's saying some pretty, it's kind of adding to the authenticity of Terrence as a stepper, is all I'm really trying to say. What? It says, look, it says, look,
that. Go ahead.
Look, it says on February 21st, 1989, Williams murders. On February 10th, 1989, defendant admits to murdering. Look, and then it said defendant admits to cold case agent that he and friend Bryant murdered. You know, so it's not like he's just telling on random shit. You feel me? It's like he's telling about a lot of shit that he was involved in firsthand. That's what this document
So hold
is
on.
alleging.
So first, you're saying that this proves his authenticity as being a stepper. That's what
Yeah,
you're
it kind of
saying. But
adds to that. You know, it's more confirmation. More confirmation.
right. So I mean, if whoever feels like him being a stepper is like, oh my gosh, he's a step. Nobody never questioned his gangster at being a stepper. That wasn't what we were questioning here. So is that
Did I say anybody was questioning that?
You said it proves his authenticity.
Yeah,
like
it
what?
just adds
He
to
never
the
was.
authenticity. That's it. We don't gotta
never
argue every
wasn't
single.
authentic. He
Bro,
never.
listen, bro. We don't gotta. That's not even nothing to contest. I'm just saying that this adds to his authenticity, though. That's all I'm trying to say. He was involved with a lot of shit. I didn't know all of that. Maybe it's news just to me. I'll keep it on me. I was surprised. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? He was involved in a lot of that shit. Now, the Baton Rouge rapper continued his tirade on Twitter, where he claimed that Williams was responsible for an earlier Instagram post. He got my post took down on Instagram. Master Splinter Boosie tweeted next to a screenshot of his deleted post in which he wrote, "I'm about to send OG from Yazoo City to Vlad TV to let the world know how you was getting rammed and setting CEOs up." Whoa. Those are some allegations. See, if I ain't get into this, I want to know about that. Now they saying that he setting CEOs up and doing some homosexual stuff. That's the first time you heard that about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first time I'm hearing.
I just heard about him stepping. I heard about him, being out there doing his thing.
Listen, I don't really care about what he was doing.
Who, me? Seem to be impressed about that. Yeah.
Well, I think it's a very interesting story. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if impress is the word I would use. You know what I'm saying? You put that on me. I never said that, but it's an interesting story. I'll say that. Boosie concluded his rant by posting a video of a rodent bench pressing a mouse trap along with the caption, "Look at gangster snitched on 40 homicides." So, I mean, with all this news coming out, you can read the entire in its entire. I mean, I don't think we need to go through all the insults, but I'm saying, like, do you think that by releasing this news, Boosie kind of won this round between Terrance and Gangsta Williams? I mean, between Boosie and Terrance Gangsta Williams, rather.
I got two takes on this. As far as Gangsta street credibility, yes, Boosie won. As far as Terrance Gangsta being able to reinvent himself and put himself into a bigger spotlight, no, because Terrance is going to be able to. He's not in that life anymore, and he don't want to claim that stuff that he was doing. So it really is. For Boosie and street cred, yes, he took an L. But for Terrance Gangsta moving forward and developing his career, no.
Okay, so your answer is yes and no. He won and lost this round.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of waffling. You wishy-washy with it.
Not wishy-washy. I just know that Terrance gonna bounce back off of this. He got a career on YouTube.
Also, this is good content. Okay. Also, so now we getting into it. You think Terrance Williams is successfully bouncing back from being a snitch, quote unquote?
Not as far as his street credibility.
Yeah, but just in life, he's bouncing back.
Not even bouncing back. He's doing well with what his life is going right now. I'm not gonna say bounce back because he wasn't nothing before this, but in the streets. So I can't.
I think he might be better off than what he was before.
Yeah,
I think definitely. He might be going to new heights.
Yes, of course. You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if he won this round because Terrance actually threw a few jabs at Boosie too. He did come up with a new nickname that I thought was kind of funny, the PC Boosie. He said PC Boosie and the People's Champ gonna be on the song together. I thought that was hard. That he played a little clip of Boosie seemingly admitting to being in PC for at least some period of time. Maybe he misspoke. I'm just saying. I watched the clip where Boosie was on Vlad saying that he had some kind of transitional part where he had to decide whether he was gonna stay on PC or go into general population. So I thought he was kind of jabbing a little bit. And I feel like people not really gonna be really like Terrance Gangsta Williams, his base that he's building now. I don't know how much they'll be affected by this. You know what I'm saying? Like if he was telling on people was alive or dead, I think they've pretty much stomached the fact that Terrance might have did some telling. You know what I'm saying? You think now that maybe, I don't know if this proves that he told on anybody living anyway. You know what I'm saying? But if he did, do you think that's going to be like shocking news for the people that's following his content, for what he's trying to put together now? The message.
I mean, snitching is at an all-time high. Snitches are getting more respect now. People talking about they telling on the police. Look at Charleston White. Look at all these people that's, with the police. I think that no, it's not going to hurt him because he's trying to help. He's claiming that he's trying to help the youth and he's trying to educate the streets. So no, this is not going to hurt Terrance Williams because he's on the Charleston White train, and it's going to do nothing but give him more publicity. It's going to give him more eyes that he can show off his ability.
And I think it's hurting Boosie in a way to go on this tirade because people that's even in Boosie's base and in Terrence's bases, they're getting older. They don't care about Boosie running around trying to expose people for this kind of shit anymore. Like a lot of us have grown up and realized that maybe this street shit ain't the way to go. And we're not really so much like worried about that no more. We're worried about what you're standing on as a man. So I think it's showing more hypocrisy. Like it's showing that Boosie's kind of immature. It's showing that Boosie is kind of hypocritical in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was watching an interview where Boosie was talking about Soulja Boy called him gay and went off on him. And then he was saying, like, damn, me and Soulja Boy been in the industry for years together. I thought we was cooler than that. Like, he could have called me rather than go off on me like that. You know what I stand on and what I'm about. You know that I'm not that, right? But he said they're still cool. And I'm like, well, damn. That's all we saying about you and T.I. Y'all niggas was in the industry together. Y'all was friends and you was cool. And then it might not be something that you agree with, but damn, you could have called the man to try to figure it out. Just the same thing he wanted from Soulja. But he just kind of like went to flat with it and sprayed his boy. I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like the whole, I ain't even like when Boosie was talking about start a GoFundMe for the guy who beat up Tekashi. I think that was sending out a bad message because
Boosie said that.
Yeah, Boosie, like I guess he was joking, but I don't think that's good because it's like, damn, a nigga came home and like he kind of let Tekashi trick him off the street. We'll get into Tekashi later. I don't want to get too deep into that, but just Boosie's element in that story. Like, you putting out the wrong message, man. I feel like Boosie too old to even be going through it. And I kind of agree with Terrance Gangster Williams, what he's standing on more than what Boosie's standing on now. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm trying to condone telling on your friends or anything. I'm just saying I don't really agree with Boosie's message a lot of times. So.
I mean, I do feel like, you know, if Terrance Gangster Williams was out here stepping and bashing on people and hitting people, and if you was, you know, murking people and you wanted to be that stepper, you need to go down like a stepper. I mean, if you're going to get out,
reform, you can't change. You
can reform and change. But I'm saying that if that's what you claim to be, if you're going to be like that and there's lives that's been taken, you can't bring none of these people back. So they don't have no chance to be that. So if you're going to be a stepper, you deserve what steppers get. I mean, if you can bend the rules so it can work for you and you could be out here doing however you want, and then you could just, you know, finesse your way out of it. I kind of stand with, you know, when people do wrong, they need the full consequences of what they do. I don't care if you're trying to get out because you're trying to get out. And I mean, I understand he's a changed person, but I feel like you deserve the consequences of what you did. And you shouldn't be able to get, even with the 6ixn9ne. You know, I don't feel that you should be able to be out here being reckless and then you find a loophole and you can get out. I don't know. I can't live with that.
But he is out, and you don't think
he's good? He's good.
Not, okay. Well, I got you. Yeah. I feel you. Like, he should have to be punished. You want him in jail forever. He should never be able to get out of jail.
I just feel like you should be punished for whatever you did.
Well, what's the fitting punishment? He been in jail for a while. I mean, like, how I don't know. We all know we need
what do steppers get when you doing the stuff that he was doing? What's the consequence to that?
Sometimes they go to jail. Sometimes they get out. I mean, I guess we turn to the legal system. Whatever happens, and he worked within the legal system, and he went by their rules, and he got out. You are saying that you want a more harsher punishment for him. I respect that. You know what I'm saying?
No. Right. No, I feel like no. I feel like just because you're gonna tell on somebody, that don't take away from the consequences that you did out here on these streets. So that's gonna give you a leeway to, like, let me try to get out of jail early. But no, you did some things that you.
So you don't agree with him snitching is basically what you're saying. He should have not been able to get out.
I don't agree with him snitching, but I don't agree with him being able to use snitching to be able to justify his consequences.
But that's with anybody.
Yeah.
So you're not saying different what I'm saying. You think he should have a harsher punishment than what the legal system has given out, and you don't agree with that. So, like,
no, I ain't saying he should have a heart. Well,
bro, you said that he should. Listen, man, like, you got to stay. You contradicted yourself, dog. Either you
saying I should have a harsher.
You
said I should have a harsher. No, I didn't say harsher.
He got out. He didn't escape. This is how the legal system works. So you're saying,
but how that legal system works, I don't like that. I don't like that.
You
so
should be able stand on it, nigga. You saying that you want a harsher punishment for him. I'm saying that he got out legally and now he's doing right with his life. Do you at least respect that?
Yeah, I respect that he's doing right by his life.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think that's why a lot of people like Terrance Gangster Williams. I think they kind of, they don't agree with telling on your friends, but I mean, if they're dead already, I don't think that counts. But I don't know. All of this shit is debatable, man. It's hard for me. I guess, it's hard for me. Like I told you earlier, I like Terrance Gangster Williams, man. I like watching. I like what he's doing with his life. I don't agree with the killing.
Might well let all the killers. Y'all might well let all the killers get out then, since y'all feeling like that. Man, let the killers out.
you getting extreme with it, though. Okay. You don't have to get extreme. That's silly. Nobody's advocating for all the killers to get out. But hey, he worked with the legal system. I'm gonna move on from this though. I don't want to get stuck on this too long. The next snitch or alleged snitch. I gotta watch what I'm saying, man, because niggas will let you know in the comments, like, hey, you should listen, man. Allegedly, Troy Ave is a snitch, and we saw that Taxtone got charged, nigga.
Yeah, Taxtone got waxed.
Yeah,
he didn't get waxed. He got found guilty.
I mean, and since then, Troy Ave has it seems like he's been dropping the best music of his life. You know what I'm saying? And he could have been doing 15 years, you know what I'm saying? But now he's only having to serve 1, and he got time served. And it's just looking like he might be one of the guys that bounced back from snitching.
I agree. I think I really think Terrance, but I can't really put him in that category because he wasn't really, he may be better off.
We don't. That's what he's being called. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. if we're just going by what they're putting on him, you know what I'm saying. He has that jacket.
Yeah,
he's bouncing back pretty well. I mean, it's better than sitting
killing it. It's better than stepping in the streets. What he was doing. Yeah,
yeah. You know what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. See.
Wow, this is the actual footage where you clicked off.
Yeah, that was. I don't want to show that.
So I feel like with Troy Ave, it's hard to put the big snitch. I mean, on his, because this was like a life and death situation, So it was like he was trying to get it off of him. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm thinking of it in our point. If somebody came in your house and bam, and like he said, and you shot back.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't even think that's like, I don't even think we need to go. We agree on that. You know what I'm saying? That's a little different definition of snitching, but that's even like a suitcase word. There's a lot to unpack. If we say who successfully bounced back from snitching, sometimes people debate about what does it mean to actually bounce back. Some people gonna get caught up on what does it mean to actually snitch, and we're gonna keep talking past each other when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going off of what people are saying, and I think that he's bouncing back gracefully. It's better than keeping it real for that group of people that's calling you a snitch. If you would have kept it real for them, you would have been doing 15 years. I don't know if we've seen somebody successfully bounce back from doing 15 years. We ain't seen Shotty successfully bounce back from doing that 50 years for keeping it real.
How much time Shine did? Yeah, he ain't bounced back though.
Did he snitch though?
No, he ain't snitched. You're right.
I don't think it's
Diddy actually snitched on him. He got on the stand. Yeah. We'll get into that. That's another.
That's interesting. Yeah, we'll save that. But Troy Ave is also dropping some of the best music I've heard from him ever. It's like the soundtrack for the trial. That's working good for him. And Taxtone, I gotta say this, seems like he's being convicted of being an aggravated hater, not just a manslaughter, because this was pretty much his fault. I mean, there's people saying that Troy Ave might have instigated this shit because of having Banger punch him. I don't know if that's true, but talking reckless on the phone, making threats online, being all again, pushing that gangster image, furthering the gang. It's alleged that he made up his own blood set. It wasn't even a real blood gang. He just made some shit up and started repping it. That's, I think, Taxtone.
Troy Ave?
Taxtone.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So now we from making up like a fake blood set, being gangster led to hip hop personality Daryl Campbell being convicted in the deadly shooting of the bodyguard. It was in a Manhattan venue. He got found guilty of first-degree manslaughter and weapons violations. He killed a man, 33-year-old Ronald McFadder. He opened fire inside the Irving Plaza. Two others were injured. One person got part of their intestines blown out, and he'll be sentenced in April. So I think things are working out better, at least at this point, for Troy Ave than Taxtone. That's clear.
Yeah, definitely clear.
I don't know how much people will want to hear from Troy Ave if he went to jail for 15 years and came out. I don't know if he would have made it through 15 years of being in prison. Anything can happen in there. You feel me? Anything can happen out here too. But I'm just saying that's a long time to be trying to, predict in the future. But I think you can kind of shake it off. I think if you snitching, you got a good reason, dog. You could bounce back. I'm just saying it like that. I say that there's
definitely got a good reason.
Sometimes telling the truth, sometimes messing with the legal system, sometimes it's the right thing to do. I'm sorry, it don't sound cool, but sometimes that's the best thing to do. And I think Troy Ave, this is an example I will point to. That's 100% a good example of that.
Okay.
Let's see if we can move on to your boy Tekashi. I keep saying your boy, but I mean, you don't know him. You're not a supporter of Tekashi. I'm just kind of fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? But
please make that good.
Yeah. No, cause I'm fucking with you, but I don't want the audience to think like
he fucking with 6ixn9ne.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then you got to explain all of that now, you know what I'm saying? But the news story with this is the PBSO is investigating the brutal beating of the rapper Tekashi 6ixn9ne.
Palm Beach Sheriff's Office.
Gotcha. And the guy, said during the fight he wanted to be famous and everything like that. It seems like he might get his damn wish, though. And I think this is a dumb reason to go back. If he does go back, I'm hoping he doesn't, of course, but that'd be a dumb reason. I mean, let's get into it.
I won't. Somebody probably gonna break him off when he get out. Go ahead.
Yeah, we should start a GoFundMe.
Somebody might sign him to a record deal. That boy, if that boy get locked up and come out, go ahead. Streets been waiting to see this, huh?
Yeah, I think the streets took pleasure in this. I mean, do you think that this was related to snitching? No, they're saying that this could be because he
whatever it was related for. We
disrespected Puerto Rico.
We like whoever you disrespect a lot, and we want to see you get your ass whooped. That's what we want to see by you wrapping that mouth. You going to the projects, talking bad about the dead, putting 30 bands on. You done got Chief Keef Hotel shot up. You needed your ass whooped, bro. To be real with you, you needed that.
Yeah.
You needed it, and maybe it's gonna humble you to just, be humble, live your life, and stop thinking that you just this big bad wolf out here that can't be touched.
I don't think he thinks that he can't be touched. I don't think he even thinks he's a big bad wolf. I think he just standing on his shit. I'm gonna be real with you. You said he needed this, right? Like you think he learned his lesson now?
I don't think he learned his lesson. I still think he probably got some more touching it. It's probably gonna be some more, beating up. This ain't the first time he got punched in the club and stuff like this. I mean, when you talk like that, you gonna get into it. Somebody gonna check your gangster. So if he didn't learn, we'll be seeing more of this. Hopefully it don't get past this, I
don't know, man. The kid got a big mouth, and you ever watch wrestling, how some people are heels? Like their whole thing is to be the bad guy. It seems like this thing is marketable for him. He does interviews, you know what I'm saying? He goes on act show. The shit get a lot of views. I see him doing shows. He's running around with beautiful ladies. And if I'm 6ixn9ne in this position, you feel me? Yeah. It's like get packed out once in how many years it's been, you feel me? As opposed to sitting in there doing 50 years. 15 years. I don't know if I'm learning my lesson. I think it seems like it's kind of worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll be all right. He'll heal up. Like
Yeah,
I
he'll
don't
be
think
all
this
right,
really
but
means too much. You know what I'm saying?
it may cost him a little bit more on that security end.
Maybe I saw different angles where he walked back into the sauna room or it's back into the gym and he had somebody with him.
Yeah,
so it
but the
seemed
dude
like
was nowhere to be found.
when it went down, but afterwards he had a
down.
little somebody with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you may have to have 2 more people, man.
It was
Have
just
to
a
up
little
that.
touch-up. I'll stand on that. It was just a little touch-up. I don't really think it was that bad. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little touch-up for everything that they're saying that he deserved, you know what I'm saying? And that it's going to catch up with him. I mean, it took the 2 times I seen him get touched was in Florida. It's taking the Florida goons to do what the New York goons couldn't accomplish. Like the people that's really mad with him, he ain't even suffered no consequences from them. And for all we know, this could just be the result of him disrespecting Puerto Ricans at a goddamn soccer game or some shit or whatever that was. Was that baseball, soccer? I don't know. I'm not a sports guy. But whatever sporting event that was where he was waving the Mexican flag in front of a crowd of Mexican people who seem to be upset. You know, I know at them sport events, shit gets real. You could definitely get beat down at a sporting event and they're putting their middle fingers back at him. It could have been a result of that. This might not even be, you know, this like you're saying that like the talking might have caught up with him. This might not have nothing to do with that.
May not, but you know, the gangsters is pleased, man, for real.
Yeah, the gangsters is rejoicing. So I think it's a good time to bring it to a much broader conversation of, has anybody successfully bounced back from telling? I mean, there's so many names we can mention. I mean, I'm gonna put snitching in quotation marks, you feel me? Because some of these are debatable, but
I mean, we did bring up the Shine incident. I don't know if Diddy, I think Diddy took the stand. If Diddy is known to be a snitch on that Shine case, I gotta give it to Diddy.
I don't even think about Diddy. Like when we bring up snitching, like if you're gonna bring him into this conversation, though, like I'm on the side of in today's era, you can successfully rebound from snitching. Not saying I agree with snitching. I'm not saying you should tell on your friends. I think there is some times where you got to cooperate with the police. I'm gonna just keep it real. But if we're talking about has anybody successfully rebounded from snitches, can you do it? If Diddy's a snitch, he's the most successful rebound that we could probably mention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know about that. I never thought of him in that way, but who knows? He might have that skeleton in his closet too.
I was pulled up more, it said ex-bodyguard says Diddy snitched on Shine to avoid.
Okay, good. We'll go with that. You feel me? So it's alleged that Diddy's a snitch. That might be the most successful motherfucker we mentioned so far when it comes to who told and who bounced back flawlessly. Because people still want to, people put his name in raps. Like, it's cool. People don't even want to do a song with Gunna, but we putting Diddy's names in raps. So I mean, I don't want to stay on him too long, but there's other debatables out there. There's
I mean, you got 6ixn9ne. I mean, 6ixn9ne was one
that
was
successful. We got on him. I'm trying to think of Gunna. We was talking about him. I think Gunna has a real chance of doing a rebrand, maybe, or doing a resurgence. And people are saying the snippets sound good. Listen, I'm gonna tell you how Gunna could win. If Gunna makes an album where he's just explaining his side of the story, he's going platinum, because even if we don't agree with him, we have to hear what he says. Like, we want to know, dog, you feel me? Like, what you got to say for yourself. So if you're talking about like, after I snitched, nigga, I was putting money on the books, nigga, don't ever question my loyalty, nigga. It's still YSL to the death, nigga. Yes, man, the bitch to death, nigga. We planned it, whatever the story may be. I'm not saying that's it, but I can see him coming back. Or even if he's saying, look, this is what I had to do. Now I'm standing on it. What if he starts singing a different tune? No matter what, that first project gonna be successful. No?
Yeah. I think he could possibly get success, but I wasn't never listening to him anyway. So I don't think he's gonna hold that crown. I don't think he's gonna be one of the top
I think
guys.
if you successful enough, even if like snitching allegations come on you, even if they look kind of solid, I think that if people like you enough, they'll lie to themselves Like, you don't even got to lie to them. They'll lie to themselves. Like, an example I'll say is like with the Big Meat situation. I know it's debatable. Some people think that he cooperated through a third party.
Yeah,
some people think he did it. I don't want to get caught on that. I'm trying to get a point out. I'm saying that with all the people that think that he did, I don't know if it's going to stop the success of BMF. I don't know if people are going to stop seeing Meech as a gangster. I think that people who like him enough, some people are like weighing the facts, but a lot of people like him so much that they'll lie to themselves and just make excuses like, no, I couldn't have been. You know, he couldn't have known anything like that. And I know he was still doing business with her.
Undefeated.
And I know that the
Streets is undefeated, man. I guess you can talk about people who, you know, they don't, you know, live by those principles, but the people that I know and the principles they go by, and I know what I see out here, that what you talking about is like a whole set of people that don't follow one of those procedures and guidelines. But the streets will definitely do the same thing like they did with gangster. We'll do the same thing like they did with Briscoe. Remember from our way, Briscoe was one. It's people that I know the streets is not, it don't operate like that.
So you think,
so the people that it don't matter to, of course, they're going to be able to be switched and be able to say, oh, forget that. But to people that come from those kind of communities and come from the communities like, you know, it ain't no, it don't work like that.
Okay, I don't know if I believe that, bro, because it's like,
okay,
I like,
it's just my opinion.
I know it's your opinion. I'm giving my opinion, feel me, but like, Meech is a good example, though. You're saying the streets this, streets that, but sometimes the streets could be divided. And I think even if they're divided, I don't know how many people are going to stop watching BMF. There was a lot of snitching allegations, even on 50 Cent. We don't even talk about those anymore. Like, if enough time goes by, people got short memories, and if you could kind of make a good case to where it's debatable, you might be able to shake it and have a trajectory where you bigger than you was when you first encountered those allegations, especially if you're going in a different lane. Not everybody wants to appeal to the streets for the whole rest of their career. Some people trying to elevate past that. You know what I'm saying?
But name me somebody who did. I told you it's Diddy. If
Sammy the Bull. Isn't that the one who was doing all those interviews?
Yeah, but he wasn't making doing documentaries? Nothing. He wasn't, like, what I'm saying is they didn't really have, they were just in the streets and being successful in the streets. So we can't, I'm talking about like an somebody that's, you know, street rap. I mean, if you're going to go on that, there's a lot of people that became successful after they snitched and got out of jail. I'm pretty sure
so that's what we're going on. It didn't say, it wasn't no caveats. The question is, let me remind you.
Right.
The question is, has anybody successfully rebounded after snitching? Is it possible to do? Have we seen it before?
But rebounding is like catching something of what you were doing before. Like, I came back. It's like being in the streets. I snitched. Now I go back to the streets and I can still do the same thing I could do. And it's like rapping.
I mean, that's how you're defending rebound. But rebound just means, if we look at the definition, it means another word for rebound is to recover. I'm not saying that they got to go into the same industry. Sometimes people could keep it real and still fail in that industry and be able to rebound and just get back on point, get back to being successful, just getting back to their life.
Right? Yeah, they can. These guys are businessmen. These guys are you know, and they go to the feds, so they're gonna learn a lot. Yeah, I think that majority of the people, if you get out of the feds, you've been around a world class of business-minded people that you're gonna be able to do good. Now, when we talk about the industry, even if you told, because you got education. But I'm talking about industry like 6ixn9ne, Gunna, like these rappers that are gonna rap and tell, and then you think you're gonna have a still climbing successful rap career is totally different.
Yeah, I'm thinking way bigger than a rap career, dog. It's a lot of ways to make money, dog. You feel me? Out here, dog. You don't have to be a rapper. Not everybody's even interested in being a rapper, dog. I don't think Terrance Gangsta Williams wants to drop an album.
About dropping
he did say him and PC
Boosie on Boosie.
Him and PC Boosie, like PC Boosie
Man,
and the People's Champ.
Why you?
I'm saying what he said. He said PC Boosie
but
and
you
the
ain't gotta
people's
call
champ.
Boosie name like that. You ain't. That's that man.
I'm
bro.
saying
Why
what
you
he
get-
said, man. Relax, nigga. You
Oh
feel me?
my
If I
God.
said something like
Okay,
that,
we
Boosie
go-
ain't
hey.
gonna ride with you like that, dog. Just
Listen,
relax,
we coming
dog.
past. Listen, man, we coming past 34 minutes,
Yeah,
man. We gonna wrap this up, guys.
Go ahead.
Let me know what y'all think about this session, man. Do you think who is the best person to rebrand after snitching allegations?
That's
Let
a
me know
good
what
question.
y'all
I like
think,
that.
for real. I want to know, man. So leave it in the
Yeah.
comment section. We gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.